What's up, peoples? It's a shitty, rainy day. My coat fucking soaked. I didn't get much sleep last night. Had a nice early job this morning. And there was supposed to be a badass pay-per-view on last night. UFC 296. Man, was I excited when some of those fights were announced. Especially the Leon Edwards Colby Covington fight. Especially that. But even the prelims, like the Andre Feely fight, I was like, oh yeah. Oh man. Then the Machado fight got canceled. I was bummed about that. I was like, oh man. The Ian Machado Gary, you know what I'm saying? You know, if you know UFC, you know what I'm saying. So that fight got canceled because he has the flu, was turning to pneumonia. That sucks. I was bummed out about that, but you know, can't do much about that, can you? It's not like it got canceled because he missed weight. Or, you know, his opponent missed weight. It was too early to find a replacement. Or too late to find a replacement, I guess you should say. But anyway, so yeah, I'm like, man, I know I gotta get up early, and this is a late pay-per-view, but it's gonna be so good. The Pantoja Royval fight was great. That was a great fight. Even though, like, towards the end, Pantoja was just kind of like holding him and laying on top of him because he was so fucking. I'm like watching the fight, like, quit punching him. Like if Royval just holds him too, they get stood up. Especially like he was piecing him up at the end, like until he got down. Like dude, like quit fighting and punching. Hold him like he's holding you, and the ref's gonna stand you up. Especially when the ref was like, do something, show me something. Don't just lay there. Like, lay there. Make that guy lay there too, so that way you get stood the fuck up. But anyway, that's not the point. The point is that main event. Like, dude, how bummed. Like, if you're like me and you love watching MMA, like, oh man, I thought that fight was gonna be so much better. Then Covington comes out all weird. It's like, what the fuck? Right? Then it's like, what's that say about Edwards too? Like, you got the stationary target in front of you that you're picking apart, and you don't finish the guy after all that shit he talked. You know what I mean? Brought up like his dad and all this other stuff. Like, oh my god. Like, I understand you gotta be calm and collective. Like, well, when the guy's not fighting the way you think he's gonna be fighting, like, I don't know. I'm not a UFC fighter, so I don't know. I've never been in a cage in my life. I mean, I've had fights. I've been in fights. Who hasn't had a fight in their life? Like, I don't know. Any people, especially where I grew up, they like never once had a fight. But anyway, the weird part was at the end, right? Covington finally gets him down. Finally gets some control time. The last, 2 minutes? 2 minutes and 30 seconds of the 5th round. He had to have known he lost every round before that. And at the time was losing that round, right? When the fight's over, at the end of the 5th round, he jumps up like, yeah, I'm the new champ, yeah. The only other person I seen do that, and I was confused, like, what the fuck? What makes you think you won that fight? Was when Rose Namajunas lost her belt to, I can't even think of her name, Cookie Monster. Fuck. And that was one of the most boring fights I ever saw. Like, Rose wouldn't engage, but it was like weird. It's like when she did engage, like she outstruck, she out-wrestled, but she wouldn't. So the whole time, it was like the other chick was controlling the octagon. And it was like octagon control. And that's why she won. Like, and she was the one that was most aggressive. And if you think about it, like, if you watch the fights, that's when they started changing, like, the way they say the rules, like, aggression, octagon control, blah, blah, blah. Like, they changed the way they say that. Because they're, like, in that order. And they never used to say that, you know? If you go and watch, like, all the ones, the fights before that and the fights after that, like, when they started stating the rules, you'll tell that it's worded a little bit differently, and that's why. And, I mean, when that fight was over, Rose Namajunas did the same thing, like, yeah, I'm the best, and she lost, and she couldn't believe it. Covington, when the thing was red, he should have known he lost that fight. And he was like, oh, and he was all mad, and, like, and then his Octagon interview afterwards was all, it was all like, it's all right, I'm gonna come back. It's not Trump's gonna come back, and he's gonna lead us to greatness. It was like, what the, like, did you just want your interview so you could, like, fucking do PR for Trump? Like, I don't know. That was kind of weird. That was like a weird interview at the end. And then he talked shit to the crowd real quick, and then, you know, did his Colby Covington thing. Well, I don't know, man. I don't know. It was weird to me. I don't know. What do you think? Was it weird to you? Was the whole thing like, what is going on? I mean, I got up at shit. I don't know. I went to bed at like 2:30. I was up at 5:30 to be out the door by 6:30, so I get to work by 7, so I really haven't had a chance to, like, look at anything. And I don't know, man, like, what people are saying about it. So it was fucking weird, man. That's all I'm saying. It was weird. And it's the last card of the year, last pay-per-view of the year, and the card was great. Like, most of the fights were, all the fights were good. I was saying most of them, well, a lot of them ended. There were some knockouts, there were some submissions. It was good shit, man. There were some decisions. I mean, it was a good card, good fight. Even the fights that went to decision were good. Main event was not. I hate when that happens. Like, there's been a couple of them that are like, what is happening? 17 strikes total in the first round. I think probably close to that in the second. Like, Covington usually, you know, you watch his fights, he puts that pace on guys. Has them up against the cage, fucking punching, like dirty boxing on the ground, ground and pound, like just constantly going for takedowns. I don't know, I'm just saying, it was weird. It was weird to me. I don't think he gets another shot at the belt after this, you know what I mean? Like, he's gonna have to win a few fights against some, like, you know, high people in the top 10 before they even consider giving him another fight for the title, if at all. Because, I mean, now you got Shakhtar Ramkov, you got Bilal Muhammad, like, these guys are coming up. They're next. I mean, really, Bilal should be next. Or you have a fight between Bilal and Ramkov to see, you know, the dude that beat Stephen Thompson yesterday. You have a fight between them two to see who fights for the title. Something like that. Really, I think Bilal Muhammad should get the next shot, and then if he loses, then Ramkov's up, you know? Something like that. I don't know, I'm just saying. Tell me what you think. I had to throw all this out there because I love sports, man. I do. And I know I don't talk about sports or professional wrestling on here much, but I love all that shit. It's like, yeah, it's like Collision with their fucking. I watch a lot of AEW, a lot more than I watch WWE, which I don't. I used to watch WWE and then I quit, and then AEW came around. And I started watching that, and I just kept watching it. But it's like, yeah, of course they have low ratings on Saturdays. Look at all the shit that's on Saturdays. It's like I gotta record stuff and watch the shit on Sunday. Or after, like, there's a UFC almost every weekend. Like, what am I gonna watch live? The UFC? Or Collision, whether it's pre-taped or not. The UFC. Then I'm gonna watch Collision later. Ooh, that went all fuzzy, didn't it? Fucking train tracks. I'm just saying. So yeah. Anyway, I love sports. So, all right, I'll be back soon, very soon. If not before, I don't know. I'll be back. You know, if you want to check out my last video, check that out about Luke Combs and the bullshit and the things that he did. Like, I'm just saying, like the title says, like, this is the way shit should be. This is the way things should be. This is the way we should treat each other. Alright, anyway, I'm done talking. I'll let you guys get back to your normal day. Okay, I'll see you soon.